In the metal squadron today, taking a look at the April gold futures contract at the CME, it didn't really have much of a move if you look at change on the day, but it's where that move happened and when it happened that mattered more than the actual change on the day. Change on the day down 11 basis points from yesterday's settlement, and we closed below 1700 for the first time in almost 10 months. We got below there and couldn't get back above. It's interesting, the gold contract actually gapped lower and closed higher than it opened, but it closed lower than yesterday's settlement, so we got a negative day on the chart. Again, down about 11 basis points. On the low side of things, down 1.04% at 1683, and on the high side, $1,705.70 was the high. It was only up 29 basis points, so pretty much a down day all day long. Again, first close below $1,700 in almost 10 months. Yields are part of the problem, but you have to look at real yields in relationship to gold because real yields are showing no inflation yet. While we're getting higher yields across the Treasury curve, we're getting real yields that are staying negative because inflation expectations are not yet matching what's happening out there in the actual Treasury curve. If you don't know what real yields are, it's taking the inflation expectations, which if you look 10 years out from the St. Louis Federal Reserve, they're predicting 2.2%. And then you take the 10-year note and you subtract it from that. So if the 10-year note yield was around where it finished today, about 1.55%, and you take that away from the 220 10-year inflation expectation, you get negative real yields of 0.65% or 65 basis points. And that's not going to push gold. If you've got negative real yields, that means inflation is not really a problem and you don't need that inflation hedge. So that's part of the problem for gold right now. Also, obviously, dollar strength. The dollar is back to levels of November 2020 as well. And on the US dollar, the inverse relationship is a clear headwind for gold. It's not the end all be all, but it is a headwind for precious metals in most situations. It's been a headwind lately.